Red lights on. Here we go. Set now, and the gates open racing, and Mashani Bullet was away clearly best of all. Rancho Montoya began well, but drifting back to fourth and second last as both Was It Worth It and Brains a kick up underneath Mashani Bullet. So Mashani Bullet's drifting back to third, and he's found himself out three wide in the small field with Rancho Montoya directly underneath him, and Pinch Passion's over on the inside last, about 4 lengths of Brains. So Brains in front. Mashani Bullet, the rider, did want to go back, but will have to go forward because he's out 3 deep in the small field, so goes up into second. Was It Worth It third the inside. A length and a half to Rancho Montoya, fourth and second last, and Pinch Passion last over on the inside, about 5 lengths of Brains, who led by 3/4 here to Mashani Bullet. Was It Worth It? Rancho Montoya fourth on the outside, and still at the back of the field is Pinch Passion inside the halfway point and beyond at the 750. Down the Pierce Avenue side they head, and Mashani Bullet strides up outside Brains. A length and a half to Was It Worth It. Next to the outside is Rancho Montoya. He's about to peel out 3 wide to take closer order, and Pinch Passion still last of all at the 500 metres mark, and it's Brains just in front from Mashani Bullet. Was It Worth It? Rancho Montoya peels out now, and Pinch Passion will turn in last at the 400 metres mark. Mashani Bullet's poked ahead in front from Brains on the inside. Rancho Montoya next to the outside there is Pinch Passion running home strongly. Was It Worth It the next one? Mashani Bullet just in front from Rancho Montoya, and Pinch Passion on the outside. Shortly afterward, Pinch Passion has gone to the front here from Mashani Bullet, and Rancho Montoya is coming back at Pinch Passion. Rancho Montoya, Pinch Passion, they hit it, and probably Pinch Passion by a short half head to Rancho Montoya. Third is either Mashani Bullet or Was It Worth It, and Brains dropped right out to finish at the back of the fields. So maybe Pinch Passion on the outside and a bobbing photo might just get the verdict here. He swept up and clearly hit the front. Rancho Montoya's come back at him on the inside, but just failed to get him. And Pinch Passion will nose out Rancho Montoya. Mashani Bullet third, and Was It Worth It has run fourth. So he backs up that win on Wednesday, Pinch Passion, and he wins again. Ronnie Stewart for Robert Heathcote, just defeating Rancho Montoya, who was actually probably third out of those 3 that were fighting it out at one point. Pinch Passion had clearly hit the front. He came back late, Rancho Montoya, but he's just failed to get there. And Mashani Bullet will be holding that third ahead of Was It Worth It and Brains. It dropped right out to finish last. 7214 numbers on race 1. 7214, number 5 ran 5th. 138 flat the time. 138 flat for the mile. It's 7214, the winner, trained by Robert Heathcote. So good decision by Rob to back him up. And he would have been unlucky if it had been beaten on Wednesday at Ipswich when he got shuffled back to a bad spot before the home turn there, but he was able to recover from that courtesy of a good ride and get up on the rail and win. And he's backed up a few days later, and he's gone to a tougher race here, but won again by Denman from a Black Metaloosh mare, Valentine Rose. He's owned by Mrs. A. Duncan, trained by Robert Heathcote, and Ronnie Stewart, the winning rider. Scoring officially by a half head, 3/4 between second and third. So a half head.
Race at Ipswich, because he always does so well after his races. He's a great doer, and as you'll see when he comes in, he's got dapples on his dapples. He looks $1 million, and the small field, I was always tempted to run. I'm glad we did.
Yeah, they were playing cat and mouse a little bit up front, but Ronnie was just smoking the pipe at the back.
Yeah, exactly. And the big long straight's always going to suit a horse like this. So the beauty of it is now we always plan to give him a little break, and he's going to be having a break about 20 k's just up the road from here. So he'll be in the paddock in 1 hour's time.
Well, he certainly has done the job. You've been concentrating on Saturday racing with him, and he hadn't had a whole lot of luck the last 3 or 4 months.
Exactly, Mike. You could argue that his first 7 or 8 starts, he could have won 2 or 3 in town. And I said to Neil and Ange Duncan, I said, look, I'm desperate to get a 1 next to his name, so let's go to Ipswich and win a maiden. We've done that, and he's backed up in 2 days and got another one there. So he's a nice horse going forward, and great for Neil and Ange.
He strode to the lead by about half a length. Was It Worth It? Was beaten off at that point. Rancho Montoya was the one coming back. Do you reckon he sort of just wanted to wander around a little bit?
Yes, I think that's as much the inexperience of Pinch Passion at this stage. But look, he was still strong running through the line, and to do that on a short backup, full credit to the horse, and also another lovely ride from Ronnie.
Okay, well done.
Thanks, Mike.
Robert Heathcote's Ronnie Stewart landing the first prize, the first of 10 races here today with Pinch Passion. No weight on his back, sat back, sprinted quickly down the outside. And he manages to get up and score. Just looking at the time, I don't think there was anything flash there. 1:38 and 36:09 the last 600 metres. So that's the story of the opening event here at the Sunshine Coast. Pitch Passion gets the money, 7-2, 1 and 4.
Resurrect, I'm Bronson, gets underneath it. King Cougar's out wide of the